A buried concrete footing is the proper support structure for a deck. Installed correctly, it'll keep your deck from sinking under its own weight and heaving under frost conditions. Your footings need to be dug to a depth below the frost line. Consult with your local building department for that depth. The size of your footing directly relates with how much load it can carry. This chart will give you different diameter footings for 3 different soil conditions: gravel, sand, and clay. You need to call 811 before you do your layout so they can mark your underground utilities. Now let's talk about footing layout. This is the deck that we're building. Let's remove the deck and just look at the footings. Now let's show you the perimeter lines that we drew to locate our footings. As you can see in the corner, there's a green triangle, and this is a 3-4-5 method to locate the red line, which is 90 degrees from the house. You measure from this line to locate your footings. Along the house we have 9 foot, 12 foot away from the house, and 15 foot is the hypotenuse. Where they intersect is 12 and 15, and that's where you draw your line. Here we're building some simple batter boards with landscape spikes and 2x4s. Lay out the perimeter of the deck parallel to the red line and parallel to the house. Once you lay out the perimeter, mark your footings and then temporarily remove your strings. Now let's talk about digging and pouring footings. Be sure to use the concrete calculator on decks.com to calculate how many bags or yards of concrete you'll need for your project. Just fill out the fields and press calculate. Your results will be in the blue box. Your inspector will be checking to make sure the footings are the proper size and depth and clear of loose soil and water. We recommend you use 5,000 psi concrete for a strong footing. In this case, we're using 12 inches of rebar set in the wet footing to connect to the pier. As you can see, the lines show the perimeter of the support post and not the center. Level the concrete of the pier even with the top of the tube. This will give a nice base for the support post. You should allow 3 or 4 days for the concrete to harden, then remove the paper tube and backfill the holes.